Hi, everybody. Welcome to Valley Views, what you see and what you hear in the Coachella Valley. Hard to believe that we are now into our second week of March, and need to remind you that this show, which would normally air on the 14th, which is this coming Saturday, really is airing on Sunday, the 8th. So I hope you get that memo. And if not, go to patty.tv and you can see it anywhere, anytime in the whole wide world. We are so excited to have with us today. We're going to talk with the Living Desert CEO and president and the PR marketing specialist, because we're going to talk about the unbelievable endowment program that they have and their 45th anniversary. We're so happy about that, and they'll be with us in just a moment. We're also going to talk about Pegasus, which is at Easter time, and we've got a whole bunch of fabulous people who are going to share that with us. And then we're going to talk about Deborah Akers' books. Hope you can sit back, relax, enjoy Valley Views. We'll be right back.
One hilarious night with Rita Rudner live.
Everything must be topless in Vegas. It's the law. We have a topless female magician. She's very good. She says, now you see it. Now you see the other one.
Saturday, March 14th, the Spotlight 29 Casino presents Rita Rudner.
You know what I like, though? I like those spray-on tans. Have you seen them? They're so easy. I use them on turkey.
Tickets available at the Spotlight 29 Casino box office and at spotlight29.com.
The Living Desert means so much to so many here in the Coachella Valley, and to my far right is Alan Monroe, who is the president and CEO.
Hi, Patty.
Big job.
Yes, it is. Lots
Big
of responsibilities to keep the Living Desert running smoothly, providing those great opportunities for our guests here to the Coachella Valley to come and learn more about the desert animals and plants that make this area so great.
Yes, and it does do just that. And Rebecca Brown,
yes,
you are PR and marketing over there.
That's correct.
So you've got this great job of reminding everybody or explaining to newcomers how really great it is.
That's correct. I always say I have the best job, which is to tell everyone how wonderful the zoo is.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting.
So what's coming up with the 45th anniversary?
It's one of the things that's really exciting to think about, that in 1970, what the Living Desert was when it first started. You know, back in those days, Portola was still a dirt road.
Oh, gosh.
And the Living Desert was just two little small buildings and some trails and a couple of handouts and pamphlets. And in the last 45 years, we've grown and matured and developed our site to offer the wonderful educational opportunities and a place to come and take your family and have fun. And so we're looking back on the last 45 years, trying to get visitors to send us photographs and memories and stories to help us understand how important the Living Desert is to the Coachella Valley. And then we're looking forward to what the next 45 years might look like, how we continue to grow and add new animals and exhibits and fun things for people to come and do and help explore all about habitats of the desert.
So fantastic. And that's something to remember, pictures, send them in.
Yes, we have social media accounts, so through Instagram or Facebook, you know, share your photos. If you have some from way back when you were a little girl and now you're a big girl taking your family to the Living Desert, those are always really fun things to see.
Yeah.
And share.
How are things going with the animals? Do we have any new ones?
Well,
Always.
we're always keeping our fingers crossed. You know, we have very successful breeding programs. This past year had been phenomenal for us in terms of new offspring. We had a new baby giraffe and a pair of jaguar cubs and such. And I don't know if I'm right offhand that's expecting, but we'll have more babies in the upcoming year, I'm sure, as the animals do what the animals do.
Yes. And there are so many great things when you go there to the Living Desert. But I don't know why, year after year after year, and my grandchildren just get older and bigger and older, but it's still feeding the giraffes. That's just very, very important to be there in time for that.
It's one of the great things we have is an opportunity to feed the giraffes, as you mentioned, to get up right there and at eye level to look at them from this elevated platform to see how long their eyelashes are, how far they can stick their tongue out as they use it to, in the wild, pull leaves off the thorny acacia bushes and such. It's a great opportunity to bond with those animals and just see how magnificent they are and really develop an appreciation for what in the wild is increasingly a threatened species, and make sure that people understand that and do the best they can to take care of them.
Well, the last time when, and Jack was here, so maybe 5 and almost 2, and the girls are 9 and 5, but they were all moving over to have a picture made. and all of the older ones did, but the younger one was not so sure. And then when she saw all of them getting their pictures made, and the giraffe was very friendly and so precious and adorable, so now I have wonderful pictures of each and
That's
every one of them.
fantastic.
It's great. That's what we think the Living Desert is all about, is a chance to make those kind of long-term family memories, to go and take your kids, your grandkids, and just explore nature and have a great time while you're doing it.
Yeah. How long have you been?
I'm still
President,
relatively new. I've
CEO?
been here a little over a year now, so still getting to know the Coachella Valley and everything we have to offer here.
And where were you before?
I've worked for zoos all around the country, so most
Oh.
recently in North Carolina,
Where?
in the Outer Banks.
No.
Yes.
I'm from Charlotte.
Okay,
I love North Carolina.
it's a very nice state.
But
It's
happy
beautiful.
you're here.
So am I.
Best place to be. And when you sit down with your staff, your people, and you have probably new ways, new things
Sure.
to put the information out there, because everybody does know about it, but not all about it.
Not really, and we've really made an effort in this year to let people know. It's been kind of, I always refer to it as a secret garden, you know, and a lot
Yeah.
of locals and people love it and they come here, but we want everyone to know that we're here and that we're this fantastic zoo and not just a tiny little nature preserve, but there's so much to offer and really something for everyone.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have hiking trails, the botanical
Yes.
gardens. Obviously, the animals are great. We have great kids programs, but also wonderful adult programs through our Living Desert University. So there's just a little, whatever you're looking for, you know, you can find it there at the Living
How
Desert.
big is it?
We're situated on 1,200 acres total.
Yikes.
About 200 of it is developed as the zoo and gardens, and then the rest is a nature preserve with hiking trails. So there's a loop that you can go to the top of Mount Eisenhower, actually. It's about 3.5 miles.
Yeah, I have a friend who used to do that all the time.
It's lovely.
Healthiest
So-
person I knew.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. We're always looking for new promotions and fun ways to get people, you know, through the gate, because once you come there, you just can't leave, and you can't believe that you haven't been there in all
I
these
know,
years.
it's true.
So,
It's true, and the time goes by so
So
fast.
fast, so fast.
Yeah, and the weather depends. Some nights are chilly, days are nice and warm. How was Marty Paws for you?
Marty Paws, so much fun, our annual event. Did you enjoy riding in the court?
I loved it. Yes.
So much. We
Yes.
loved having you as part of our crew.
Yeah,
So-
that was that. I don't know. I don't even know who could come up with such a great idea. When I
Well-
first heard about it, that was my first thought.
It's funny, myself and others are actually from Louisiana. So as we were looking at splitting up our galas a little bit and having our formal sit-down gala, which was last night, and then looking at more of a fun one that would be geared towards young families or younger donors and,
Right.
and bringing it up in more of a party atmosphere, we said, we should do Mardi Gras at the zoo. We have the perfect space for it.
We're always looking for fun ways to engage our audience and the supporters here in the Living Desert. And the chance to have you know, an event at the zoo, it's quite magical at night. It gives a different appearance and quite a different feel. And to have that great experience, to invite your friends out there and explore what the Living Desert has to offer.
Amazing. At CBS, when I did, when they very first came, we went out to Living Desert, and it was they had snow out there, and the kids were sledding. And I remember thinking, it's talk about magical. This is as magical as it can possibly be. You guys just continue to do amazing things.
It's all about the experience,
Yeah.
you know. We
But
want
45
you to
more incredible years.
Yes.
That's what we're shooting for, is to continue the growth of the Living Desert. Make sure we're not a hidden jewel in the Coachella Valley anymore. We want to be out there front and center, talking about our educational opportunities, our conservation efforts that we do for all of our amazing plants and animals,
Yeah.
as well as a place to have a fun time.
Totally amazing. Thank you both for coming.
Oh, thank you
Come
so
back
much.
anytime. And Valley Views will be right back.
Desert Lexus wants to make 2015 the year you drive a new Lexus. That includes the exciting new 2015 NX crossover SUV or the performance-minded 2015 RC and RCF Coupe. Add our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles, high level of customer service, and convenient Saturday service hours, and 2015 looks like the perfect year to drive a Lexus, making the most of every moment. Desert Lexus in the Cathedral City Auto Center or online at desertlexus.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you probably one of the most fun segments we've ever had on Valley Views in 21 years, because we have lovely people here on the couch, and then we have this fabulous group of people behind us. Yay! Because another word for Easter could be Pegasus. And to my left is the executive director, and she knows everything about this incredible event, and she is also head bunny.
Yes.
Yes?
Absolutely.
Where are your bunny ears?
I forgot them.
We were all going to wear them. To my far right is Kurt Campbell, and here is Dick Shalhoub, and these guys are the hosts and underwriters.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo. So start us off. Tell us.
This is our 20th year for Easter, and you know, Lori conceived Easter
Yeah.
as a way
Love her.
that people who had no place to go at Easter, couples or people without a big family, would come to a private brunch with
Right.
friends and just enjoy themselves. And Dick can tell you about the event because he loves the event.
That's wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely
You
wonderful.
can tell us.
First of all, the location is incredible.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
Bellatrix at the Classic Club on Easter Sunday. The views, everything is so wonderful. The food, the stations, the way the lady says everything's set up. It's just one phenomenal way to spend Easter.
Yeah, good
Well,
for
and you
them.
can wander around and meet your friends and
Sure.
sit down and chat. It's not a place setting where you have to stand still. So Dick is all over the room.
I
Kurt
bet.
is all, and we're all over the room having fun.
Sure.
You know that one of the fun things is watching Robin do the hippity hop with her bunny.
Right. Right, with all my other bunny friends. Yes, we do that at the end.
Robin is doing very, very well after double knee surgery.
Yes, 2 knee replacements.
Very proud of her.
The other piece that's really great lately, and it makes even a little bit more excitement at the event, is lately we've been fortunate to have Marines from 29 Palms come down. And these guys do such a wonderful job. And the Houston Foundation brings them down. They take care of
God
everything
bless
for
them.
Yeah.
but the Marines, in their life, they will never have an opportunity to be an event like this.
No.
And to be there and see them interact with the families, it's just wonderful.
That is truly, truly. My daddy was a Green Beret. My uncle was a Marine. And anything, everything for them all the time.
You know, and Patty, most of these guys, some of them are 18 years old. They've just gotten married. They have 2 little kids. They come in uniform, and everyone in the room is over there saying hello and thank you. I mean, it brings tears to your eyes how
Yes.
wonderful it is to be able to have this many people. And Kurt, you know that. You've been on television talking about Pegasus.
Well-
and you and Bonnie have been coming to Pegasus for what, 12 years?
My wife and I have been coming to Pegasus for 12 years. This event that they're having out at the Classic Club on Easter Sunday is the biggest fundraiser that Pegasus has. Now, the tickets are $175 per person, but $125 of that per person goes directly towards Pegasus. We need your help. We need the money. There's a lot of things that we'll be buying with whatever funds we can raise. If you want to make reservations, I'm going to give you a phone number to call, Linda, at 760-636-9400. The event is spectacular. The food is tremendous. The buffet brunch is the best you're going to have. There's live auction. There's lots of drawings. Lots and lots of fun. So I hope to see you guys out there.
Thank you very much, and well said, I might say.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, because it is an incredible event.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there are a lot here in the Coachella Valley, but there's something about that one I remember the first time I went.
Right.
And yeah. No, we're going to be talking for a while longer. I just want to be sure that we mention everybody who's there. Is Betty here? Yeah,
No.
Flavrin.
Betty and Peter are caught somewhere in the morass of traffic.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Solomon, one of our VPs, and on the board the longest. He's been on the board for almost 25 years.
Well, the minute they get here, we'll just hold up and
Peter and Betty
bring them over.
are lost.
Linda Norman Thomas. Bonnie Campbell, you're there. Yes.
And Linda is our volunteer coordinator, and she is the auction chair representing Albert Harris Grass, who, as you know, passed
Oh,
away.
I know. God.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Linda is going to do a spectacular job, and we have a fabulous live auction gift from HITS, the horse shows. There's the Triple Crown of horse shows that HITS does in Thermal. And they have, this is the first one that they do here is the first round of the Triple Crown. We have 4 seats that are the VIP seats. They're $1,000 each with champagne and food right at the show so that you can see every horse, every movement.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those horses, Patty?
I love the horses.
Those horses
my mom and
have-
daddy bet horses the whole
No,
time. I was
these are
growing up.
not betting horses.
Well, I don't care. I love all horses.
These horses have an attitude.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Measly human, take care of me. And they have a prance when they go through it.
I
They're
love
beautiful.
it.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you have people, Patty, from all over the world flying in because this is the first, the Triple Crown. The second one is held in New York City, and the third one is held in Miami. And then those horses are the horses and riders that are usually accepted for the Olympics. For our
But
Olympic
how
team.
fantastic that you got that for an auction
Yeah,
item.
A live auction item.
Yeah.
We have one of our board members is one of the only women in the United States that judges horse shows.
Seriously?
Yeah, Penny Carpenter.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
She goes all over the United States, all over the world, judging horses, and she's done it all her life since she was, 25, 26? We won't say how old she is now. She's still young.
Robin, you look great.
Thank you. It
You
was
look
all the care I
great.
got in the hospital.
God, it just,
Patty, there's over 200 children a week come through the Pegasus Ranch.
yeah.
We put them on a horse, we wait for them to smile and giggle, and they do. And you see and you witness an absolute miracle. Pegasus is such a blessing. I've got chills.
I do too.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying not to
unbelievable.
cry.
So
Well, and it's
hope-
all free.
It's all free.
It's all free.
And really, if you do come to Pegasus and you see me and you'd like to go, or if you come to the brunch and you'd like to go out to the Pegasus Ranch, which is really located directly behind the Classic Club, I'd be happy to take you there myself and show you this miracle. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
It's incredible to see the expression on a child's face when they get on the horse.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's something, Patty, there's something that happens
Yeah.
between the inner thighs and the shoulders of the horse. And when you see it, and you see the relationship that grows between the child and the horse, and all of a sudden, posture changes, and eyes become wider, and it's just incredible. There was one child, and it was a little boy who had never spoken. They put him on the horse, and I guess he was on the horse 20 seconds, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh my!"
How wonderful.
And Patty, his parents are very famous black gospel singers. And they were born with a severely autistic child who never spoke. So for them to hear their child talk was
incredible.
such an incredible moment for them. So there are lots of, it's a very magical place.
This is one of many, many, many miracles.
Yes, that's
many
true.
miracles. We see them every day.
Okay, so it's Pegasus and it's Easter.
April
and
5th.
April 5th. And hope to see you there. And thank you all so much.
Patty, thank you.
Patty.
Thank you,
Thank
Patty.
you.
Happy
Thank you,
21.
Ronnie and Linda.
Ever wonder about what he's doing? How it all turned to lies?
My next guest is a wonderful writer of children's books, and she has a fantastic PR person. And that would be her husband, Hal, who is her biggest fan. And he told me about this book, Did You Ever Make a Rainbow? And I said, you know what, I have to read that book. And I did and was so taken with it, I called her, Deborah Aker, and I said to you, that was amazing. You have to come on the show. And then in the meantime, you even wrote another.
I did. And this one is Mystery of the Messy House.
Mystery of the Messy House. Mine's not a mystery. It's my husband.
Yeah, and this one gives it's really fun to read to the kids because you give them all kinds of clues of what's going on, just clue after clue after clue, and you a lot of nonsensical things and real things, and then at the end there's a surprise ending. So it's like a whodunit for little kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this one is just, my kids loved it. I love it, and I think when they're really, really little, they have one take on it, but then they get a little bit older, and it just grows with them.
You know, it's funny you say that because all of the little poems were inspired by something that happened to my granddaughter Victoria. This little one, that's the age when she started inspiring everything.
Oh, look at her.
and of course, this is this wrong grandkid there. That's the other one. This is her now, this way. And so
great
she
picture.
inspired them all. Something that happened to her, something that was going on at nursery school, she'd talk about. And it's funny because, you know, she hadn't seen the book for a long time. And then now she's 9, and she's looking through it and going, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. You know, she forgot it. So I thought, wow, that's cool.
That is
You know,
really
that's
great.
Really cool, yeah.
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 But that's where all your ideas come from?
That's that book. Everything that happened in there, she inspired in some way. Now this book, Mystery of the Messy House, was completely inspired by this little one. This is Natalia.
Let's see.
And she's my son's daughter.
Look at that baby. Daddy's little sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
And she's how old?
She's 2. She's just 2. And I mean to tell you, I babysat for her one weekend, and you know, you're making coffee and throwing out the old coffee grounds, and all of a sudden the trash can's down and coffee grounds are everywhere, and you know, one thing after another.
Oh,
So,
but you gotta love it.
I do. You know,
Nothing like
I
these
mean,
grandchildren.
Nothing.
Nothing in
You're
the
in love.
world.
I know. You're just head over heels in love.
I mean, I was looking at this pin this morning, and one of my guests said, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's my son and my grandson putting on the putting green."
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, I've had this for so long. He's so
know.
little. But I mean, they're just so special.
They are. They're beyond. And I love writing these books because they all come from real experiences with
There you go.
children. And you're back into the mind of a child. Like, did you ever make a rainbow? Victoria was 3, watering the next door neighbor's, the top of his palm tree, and a rainbow appeared. She got so excited. She's squealing.
Yeah.
She's singing. I mean, that's all real. I was
Yeah.
watering little potted flowers, and I go running to see what the commotion is. And I made a rainbow. And then she could take it down, and it would be gone, and put it back up. you
Isn't
know?
that something?
And when you see the world through a child's eyes,
Definitely.
it's just awe-inspiring.
We should
you know?
all do
I mean,
that more often, I
we
think.
should.
Yeah.
We should.
So you're going to be at Barnes & Noble.
I'm going to be at Barnes & Noble in 2 weeks. Saturday, March 21st from 11 to 2, and I'll be signing the books, and I would just love it if everyone out there would show up. Snowbirds, get your children their autographed books before you go home, and you know, everybody.
Yeah.
And the kids would love it, I'm sure.
And how do you get the books?
You get the books, you can go 3 ways.
Okay.
You can go to barnesandnoble.com, you can go to Amazon, you can go to lulu.com. That's who actually did the publishing for me. And you can also go, and I mention this because child abuse is my pet peeve. And the dedication in this book is to my girlfriend who saved a little girl from the worst child abuse imaginable. And then she adopted her. Shortly thereafter, she was diagnosed with cancer and passed away, but she has the child in a safe place. She's doing wonderfully well.
Thank goodness.
Oh, thank
goodness.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyhow, so you can go to Child Help, and then they have a place where you can shop online through them, and then it takes you to Amazon, and then you can choose the books.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect, Deborah. You've outdone yourself, and I know there will be more. Come back and tell us.
there's another one coming in May.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll go now to Father Howard Lincoln. Father Lincoln?
Regardless of what your particular faith or creed might be, I don't think we should ever assume that we know everything there is to know about our religion. Now, great saints and scholars have spent a lifetime in studying and meditating on the mysteries of faith. But to really penetrate the mysteries of your faith, I think it really helps to talk to other people about your faith. But have you ever noticed that so many people want to talk about their faith, but really don't want to listen to you talk about yours? They don't want dialogue, they want more of a contest. On the other hand, sometimes those of us, we Catholics, for example, are reluctant to talk about our faith. Rather than always talking sports or politics, don't be afraid to tell others what your faith means to you. You can be polite and do it in a nice way, but I think when we discuss our faith, we grow in understanding. And when you pray, and I hope you do pray, don't let your prayers be exhausted by requests for good health or welfare of your family. Throw in a request for a better understanding, too, of your faith. In this life, we will never comprehend the mysteries of faith, but we are called to try and to grow in our religion.
Thank you, Father Lincoln. Father Howard Lincoln, Sacred Heart Church. And I can't really spend too much more time with you because I'm reading fantastic books by Deborah. Loved everybody on our show today. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see you real soon, and big hugs and God's richest blessings. May they be yours. See ya.